Do you want to make 5, 10, 20x, 50x gains in crypto? This video is going to show you how to do it. More so, it's going to show you how to do it on your own. This is going to be the absolute guide to taking tiny little microcap coins, making a ton of money on them, and then taking the money out and buying God knows whatever you want. Look, it's pretty obvious why you're here. You are a piece of shit. It's okay. Unlike every other crypto channel where they expect you to be here for the technology and the future of Bitcoin, freedom money, I'm going to tell you it's completely okay to be a wad in this case, because I know where you're feeling right now. You go to a bar, you see all your friends drunk as hell, waving their phone around, making money doing nothing, and you're thinking to yourself, how can I make money doing nothing? Because you're a piece of shit. It's okay. I am too. Except what I want to convey in this video is that you need to be a good piece of shit. You need to be a skilled piece of shit. And while I'm not the world's most successful trader, I would say I'm a highly competent piece of shit. I have turned hundreds of thousands of dollars into many millions of dollars in crypto. And in this video, I'm going to show you step by step how I've done it. In other videos, I give you coins to look at. I'm going to continue doing that, but I want to show you the methodology behind this, because when I give you guys coins or I talk about microcaps, you guys don't really know how to handle these things. Okay. It's like I just gave you I don't know, a 50 caliber machine gun and you're trying to eat soup with it. That's a 50 caliber machine gun. It's meant to be used this way. Don't stop trying to eat your Campbell's soup with it, bro. And so I'm going to go step through step over everything I do when it comes to trading microcaps. And then hopefully you can copy this. And next time we have an uptrend, you're not going to lose your ass like everybody else. Because all your friends who are drunk at the bar showing off their microcap gains, guess what? They lost all of them. They lost them all because they don't know how to do it correctly. I'm going to show you how to do it correctly in this video. Talk about how to buy the coins. Also, how to sell the coins. And if you actually want to see the coins I'm getting into, like always, follow me on Twitter at @CSSBecker. No more jokes. Let's begin. So actually I have a full agenda right here. We're in classroom mode right now. I'm going to teach you about quadery. So look, why should you get into altcoins and microcaps? It's very simple. You're not going to become rich investing in top 25 cryptos. I know Michael Saylor and everybody who's popular on Twitter loves to tweet about Bitcoin. If you put 50 bucks in Bitcoin, best case scenario by the end of the year, you're going to have 100 bucks in it. You're not going to get rich investing in these top 10 cryptos. You might as well stop listening to these people because they just want you to buy them so they can get richer. Okay, that's what they're doing. The only way you're really going to make a lot of money in crypto is if you're able to trade the lower cap coins. And the problem and why everybody doesn't like these coins is because people try to treat them like top 10 coins. What microcap trading is a very proactive form of trading where you are finding things, you are reading narratives very early, and you're trading in and out of things. You have to be able to make decisions very rapidly. This is why most people suck at it, because they like to get into crypto and just hold or scream diamond hands because they're beta pussies who can't make decisions and make calls. Making calls is hard, holding is easy. And holding is a great methodology when it comes to high coins. It's not good when it comes to microcaps. We got to be good here. So when people talk about microcaps, that's usually why they talk so negatively about them. People lose their money all the time because they get into this the wrong way and they think it's really risky. If you understand the flow of microcaps, is it risky? Yes. But I would say it's almost as risky as top 25 crypto trading. I mean, those take 50% losses all the time. The difference is here, when you hit one here, you make a 20-50x. And so you're able to work with a lot lower capital. And so the reason why I think it's a lot less risky is because you're able to work with lower amounts of capital. You can only invest $20,000, $30,000 at a time if you have that money. You can also invest $500 to $1,000 at a time in these things. Then you can make big gains and you can take it out and you can reset at $1,000, $2,000. You don't just keep doubling down. Whereas with big, huge coins, you have to keep large amounts of money in them for a long time and have massive market exposure. Microcaps aren't that risky if you are getting into markets when it is going up and you're pulling your money out before it goes down. And you're constantly going in this back and forth motion. If you do that while keeping the amount of money you keep in low, taking out your big gains, you never take much risk and you're never exposed to the market for that long. And the biggest risk in crypto is being exposed to the market for a long period of time, because the market eventually goes down. The shorter amount of time you're in the market, the faster you can make your money, the better. That's why I think it's less risky, and that's why I don't really buy big coins. And so in short, my definition of risk is staying in the market for a long time. Holding and being exposed to the market, that's risky. Number two, the first thing you need to understand, and the thing you need to get when it comes to trading microcaps and getting good at trading microcaps, is first things first, most people in crypto are idiots. Okay, I'm not saying this just to be mean to people in crypto. Most people in crypto don't have the experience in life when it comes to finances to make good decisions. Okay, they bought at the right time, but just because they've made a lot of money doesn't mean their mind has actually picked up any lessons or experiences that allow them to manage or work with that amount of money or make good decisions. I'm not saying people are stupid, low IQs. I'm saying they have very little experience in business, managing money, finances, or making hard decisions in life. They have a 9-to-5 worker brain and a big bank account. Now, you're also going to see a lot of people that are just religious about this. And that's why you're going to get so much conflicting information when you first get into crypto. When I first got into crypto, I'm all excited about this stuff, the top 25 coins going up and whatnot. And you're going to slowly realize that people that behave by that type of ideology, they don't really make much money. Okay, they make maybe a 2-3x since the beginning of 2021. But for the most part, the people that made all the money are the people that went back down into the micro caps. And so don't pay attention to these people that are obsessed with the top 25, top 100 coins. These are the bags that you want to be selling and then rotating into the smaller coins. If you're here to make lots of money, if you're here to make 2 to 3x ROIs, obviously this does not apply to you. This is all very specific to micro caps. Now, the next thing you need to understand is when you first get into crypto or microcaps, you might be early here, or maybe you're just starting to dig into microcaps, is everybody has this hodl or diamond hand fascination. And the reason why they do that is because weak minds are attracted to things they agree with. That's why stupid ideas are popular. People will gravitate towards ideas not because they're right, but because they make them feel good. So that's why you see an excessive amount of stupid ideas in crypto. Holding in diamond hands is put in some altruistic way in crypto because people don't want other people to sell, because then if other people are selling, then they have to think about selling, and selling is difficult and it involves a lot of fear of missing out of the higher prices. And it's a hard thing to do. Pressing the buy button is easy. Selling is hard. That's why everybody's always telling people buy, 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 and then screaming diamond hands. No. Buying needs to be hard. Selling needs to be the easy part. What you need to do before you get into microcaps is reject this altruism of diamond handing or just any form of this higher moral, high ground bullshit that goes on in crypto when it comes to not selling, because that is baby men who are all screaming that. And it's a very damaging thing. You're going to hold all the way to the bottom in microcaps. It's super dangerous to have that involved you. So just completely drop it. Now, the final thing you have to understand, and the thing you need to change in your mind about microcaps before you get into it, is that people interpret selling of microcaps as disloyalty to the company they're investing in and not believing in crypto. It's a really weird habit that people have. I had it back in the day. I wouldn't hold coins because I really believe in the company. You need to understand, especially in microcaps, we are not trading companies or tech. 99% of stuff in crypto doesn't work. Okay, even the stuff that does work isn't generating any revenue. It has no real world application. We are literally trading narratives and human opinions. We are not trading tech in the slightest way, especially when we get into microcaps. So the price of a microcap, the price of a coin, has nothing to do with the business behind it. It has to do with what people think about the business. And so there's been plenty of times where I've sold coins where I love the founders behind the business. I love the company, but I know people's opinion of the business is overheated. I'm not going to trade the business. I'm trading opinions. And so that is why it's very easy for me to sell companies I like or even buy companies I don't like. Because what I'm investing in is people's opinions, the narratives, and the vibes of the market. And I want to be super clear about this. You need to understand about me as I watch this video. Some people trade based on the tech and TA and typical trading. I'm not doing that. Okay, I'm playing to my strengths. And so when I talk in this video, you need to understand my experience comes from watching and predicting large amounts of people online, because I've been in business for 10 years now. I've been marketing for almost a decade. And so what I'm really good at is watching large groups of people, their behaviors on Twitter, on social media, and then reading what they're thinking and then building products for them and then selling the products to them. All right? I own a tech company, for example, and I need to figure out what's going to make them buy, what's going to make them tick. So what I do is I figure out what people are thinking, and then I predict what they're going to do. That works very, very, very well in microcaps because really all we're trading is what people are thinking. So if we can read the investors in the marketplace, not so much the products in the marketplace, but what people think about the products in the marketplace, that's how you make money in microcaps, because what we're doing is we're predicting where these people are going to put their money, where investors are going to move their money around into, and we're going to be there first. That's what we're doing, and that's how I operate as a trader. This entire video is focused on reading humans, not so much the products. And so it blows my mind when I see other channels and people are like, I only invest in companies I believe in and I sleep easy because I just hold for years. That's absolutely not what you want to do in microcaps. Everybody who does that loses all their money. Why? Because it's stupid, because they're attaching the value of the company to the company instead of where the value is actually coming from, which is human opinion. So just be completely okay selling your coins rapidly. Just getting rid of them as soon as human opinion overheats. The company's not overheating. Human opinion is overheating. Selling is not disloyal to the company or saying you don't believe them. It's literally trading human opinions. And then finally, the worst thing is when people sit down and they have to hold a company forever. If the company doesn't go all the way to the moon, it's always to the moon. It's always to the absolute top. What you must do is be okay if you sell the next Bitcoin. It's about going and getting consistent 5, 10x's and enrolling them into another 5 and 10x. Not getting your 10x and then it 2 to 3x's from there and you get a 30x. Because if you go and get a 10x, you take it out, you put it back in another microcap, you get another 10x, that's 100x. Now, of course, there's going to be plenty of coins that you sell that do go to the moon. That's fine. We're not trying to focus on the exiting at the absolute best point. We're trying to focus on total consistent profits that we consistently pull in. It's like we're at a batting range and we're trying to consistently hit a home run, but not the greatest home run of all time. That's what people are trying to do with their microcaps. If you drop all these beliefs and you drop these habits that I just talked about, you're going to do very, very well. So now let's talk about what we actually want to do when it comes to buying these. The first thing you need to do when you're buying microcaps is find just one niche. So my niche obviously is crypto gaming. It's a great niche to be in, but you can make a ton of money in any niche. What people try to do when they get into microcaps and cryptos, they try to figure out everything. It's the same as business. It's the same as getting good at anything in life. You can't do everything. What you can do exceptionally well, in microcaps especially, is you can understand one niche and just watch that like a hawk. When you do this, you'll understand every new product coming out. You'll understand what the products do deeply. You'll understand the nuances of what makes a good product and a bad product. And more importantly, you'll watch the niche so much that you'll be able to pick up on the behavior of the investors in the niche. What you're trading in microcaps is not the companies. I have to stress that. You are trading the investors' opinions in the companies. And so it's far more important that you understand how the investors will behave and what they're going to think and what they're going to wonder and what they're going to believe in and FOMO into than the actual companies themselves. I see people talk about microcaps all the time and say, well, I look at the team and I look at all this stuff and the technology behind them and blah, blah, blah. I do that too. Of course, that is important to a certain extent. We don't want to invest in straight up scams, but I don't think anyone would be upset if you invested in Shiba Inu, right? That being said, when I look at the team, when I look at the business, when I look at the things behind it, I look at it based on what I think the investors or other investors in the gaming crypto space are going to think about it and what they're going to FOMO into. There's so many projects that are absolute garbage that have great marketing, have a great angle, and have great descriptions that get the industry or the people in the industry excited, and they've blown it up to $1 billion market cap. That has nothing to do with the business. I've seen some of the crappiest games I've ever seen hitting huge market caps when they're just copy and paste crap. It's nothing to do with reality. It has to do with what the business and the industry and the people investing in the industry are going to think. That's why you need to focus on one niche, because it's really hard to read that many types of different investors. We have DeFi investors. We have the whole range of everything that goes on in crypto. There's hundreds of different niches. So pick one, understand the VCs, understand the people in it, and then you will always be early in it. Like, for example, I'm always very early in gaming crypto because it's all I watch. Okay, it's not that hard for me to be early when it's just the only door in a very crowded mall full of doors that I watch. I see everything that comes through it. Do the same, and you're going to have a much easier time. Now, before we get into any deeper tips, one of the reasons why I don't think this is risky either is because if you can read the overall market, there's a lag between Bitcoin and the top 25 coins and microcaps. There isn't a lag between Bitcoin and Bitcoin. So that means if Bitcoin is going to start dumping, it's the first one to dump. So it's very hard to predict. you know? And if Bitcoin's going to pump, it's usually the first one to pump. So it's, again, very hard to predict because it happens, it's leading. So you can't get in front of it, okay? There's no lag time between it. So there's a little bit of lag time between Bitcoin and Ethereum, but it's like 40 minutes to like an hour, okay? So you really can't trade the top 25 coins based on the top 25 coins, and then some of them just pump randomly over time, okay? But what you can trade is if you see this trend right here. So if we go look at Bitcoin pumping up right here, okay, look at the dates right here, August to October 10th. That's where the peak is. All right, so let's go look at something like D-Race. Okay, this is when I made a lot of money in. So let's go look at the last pump on this. Okay, you can see the pump started slightly after Bitcoin and ended after Bitcoin. That's why I love trading microcaps, because what I'm going to do is when you see Bitcoin really start to take off, the microcaps is about a 2-week delay. And then they start getting rowdy. Okay, so this gives you time to go and say, all right, market's resetting, and you can buy things at dumpster prices. This is why I find it so much easier to trade microcaps, because I can get in based on what the top of the market is doing. And then when the top of the market crashes, these usually pump a little bit harder after it. You know, the peak of Bitcoin was about the 10th. These usually will keep going up, or when Bitcoin crashes, these don't go down first because people don't abandon their microcaps over a Bitcoin dump. If anything, people are really resistant to Bitcoin dumps, and it makes them more emboldened. Okay. Then when Bitcoin really starts to dump, that's when all these start to dump really hard. You can see it's from $7 all the way down to $3, almost a 50% loss if you're buying it up here. So the key to microcaps is don't be the idiot up here. All right. We're selling to these idiots. These are the people who don't know what they're doing, and we're trying to read these people. We're not reading D-Race, we're reading these people. And the narrative behind D-Race was super strong here. It's a fantastic company. I love it. I'm an advisor for it, but this was overvalued. This was massively undervalued. Okay? Why was this here? Because Bitcoin was in the dumpster. That's why it was here. People just freaked out and stopped buying it. This is at a $5 million market cap. So that's what you need to understand. So now let's talk about buying microcaps. So what we're trying to do with microcaps is we're trying to go in waves with them. All right, we want to be selling our this is probably out the peak of microcaps back in May. We want to be buying them right here, and we want to be selling everything mostly up here. A lot of people are going to do the whole zoom out, when in doubt, all the stupid things you say. That's great. We're not trying to long-term hold these things. And I don't understand. I'm not even going to rant about Bitcoin in this video because we don't have time. Okay, but we're not trying to diamond hand these things forever. We're trying to get in on solid pumps and get out. Then reinvest the money in the next reset. And so what we're doing is we're trading in waves. Okay? So wave 1, sell everything. Okay, we're not going to sell at the peak of Bitcoin, but a little bit after. You're going to see everything start to skyrocket after. Sell everything. Wait for max fear. Then wait for the clean Bitcoin reset. This is the clean Bitcoin reset right here. Okay, when this happens, pile back into all of our microcaps because we're seeing the reset. Wait. Market starts to FOMO, parabolic rise right here. Sell everything. Wait for the pain. And we're just waiting for a clean reset on Bitcoin right now. And so that's what I've been doing. And I made a lot of money in this. I'm not here to toot my horn. I'm not the world's greatest trader. It was unfathomable. I did exceptionally well. So the reason and thing I want to stress is in this first wave right here, I was doing the whole top 25, the whole crap you read on Twitter, the whole believe in the technology, blah, 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 diamond hand stuff. I made a solid, because I got my first Bitcoin in March. So I made a really good return, but then I wrote it down the right here, okay? If you want to ride that and do that, by all means, but one of these times it's not going to come back. That's not for me. That's not for me. I want to exit here, be back, exit here, be back, good to go. And I made infinitely more money doing this than I did doing this. And if your goal is to make more money, this is how you do it. You look for market resets. So when you see Bitcoin start to crash, what you want to do is you want to have a list of coins. Okay, so for example, when the market crashed before, I really got in the game in crypto. I said, I'm going to wait for these coins to hit their dumpster prices. So you can see right here, here was the first pump right here, and then CDFI went way down. Okay, and so I waited for the Bitcoin clean reset. You can kind of see when we all started getting back in right here. All right, we picked this up at like 85 cents and it went to $15. Okay, clean 15x, easy one. All right, so in my opinion, I thought gaming crypto was going to go well. So what you do is you get a big list of coins. Follow me on Twitter. I give out list of coins I'm looking at all the time that I'm not particularly buying, but I'm waiting for them to be at good prices. You get a good list of coins in your niche, and then you just wait. You just wait for a big old panic, and then you wait for a Bitcoin reset. You just look for those things, and then you trade based on that. When Bitcoin does that weird powerful thing, you go and find all the ones that are still at bad prices. Not all of them will be. Some of them start popping up, but there'll be a bunch of them that were at bad prices. There were so many good coins that were at bad prices. For example, Cetify, Altura. I was just ready to pull the trigger on these things. Okay, Altura was nothing. You know, it was at 7 cents. This went all the way to 50 cents. It was actually like right around here when we bought it. It was at nothing. It was less than a cent. Then it went to 15 cents. You know, it's one of my big winners. How? Wait for the dumpster levels of fear. All right, so that's my first tip right there. Have a big list of coins that you think are going to do really well, and have a powerful narrative behind them, and then, well, buy them. Now, how do we understand the narratives behind coins? Well, it's pretty easy. How do people determine the market caps and value of coins? They look at the value of other coins that have done similar things. Axie Infinity, Gala. So when I saw Axie taking off, when I saw Sandbox taking off, what are people going to do? How investors work is when they see something taking off and they miss it, they say, what's next? And so they go down here to the dumpster of things and they start going, what's next? Now, you want to be here before they start doing that. That's what you want to look for. So when you start seeing these things start to pump or start doing things, or you've seen something do pumps in the past, you can use that to gauge people's behavior. Okay? So we got to look at how the people are going to perform. So everybody's looking for the next Axie Infinity. So what do we want to look for in these? We want to look for stuff that's connected to the metaverse, Axie Infinity. And we want to look for things that seem similar to these things, or have really good stories behind them. Ultra is the Steam of crypto. You know, it's the Steam of crypto. That sounds really cool, doesn't it? That's what people invest on. No one's going and looking at the team. I love Ultra. I love the team. They're great people. That's not why people are investing in Ultra. They're investing because it's the Steam of crypto. That's what they're doing. All right, so they're investing in Luvium because it has actual good gameplay videos, and it was one of the first things you could actually invest in. It looked decent. They're investing in UFO because, again, metaverse promises, all the things are going on here. And so what we want to look for is we want to look at the connections. People buy Vulcan Forge because they think it can do a Gala Games. Okay? And so the way I decide on games, in particular, the way I decide on things, is I look for things that have really strong marketing stories. Okay, if there's a good, strong marketing story behind it, that's going to work. If there's people actually using it, that's a huge one as well. Minds of the Larnia right here is one I did very, very well on. It has a lot of players. I don't know exactly how many right now. A lot of people coming into it. So what I did when it was a dumpster price, or when it just started, buy it, and when it was at a dumpster price, buy more of it. Same thing with Thaden Arena, for example. That's getting really, really low right now as well. D-Race, for example, when I bought that one, I saw that gambling in crypto was a very strong narrative. Zed Run was extremely popular. D-Race was a brand new, super low market cap game that looked better than Zed Run. You see how I'm making these connections and the narratives. Zed Run popular, big coin, this looks better. Engine, for example, it has to deal with NFTs and connections. I'm not the biggest expert on Engine. I'd sound like an idiot right now, but that's people's general understanding of Engine. How it affects and distributes NFTs and plugs into gaming crypto, yada, yada. Altura, same exact thing. Okay, it looked like a mini engine. And I think it is a mini engine. I think what they're doing with NFTs is awesome. And also NFTs were heating up then. So I looked at it, clean company, clean website, clean narrative. I love the team behind Altura. It's a fantastic product. The reason why people bought Altura was the stuff I mentioned, though. Okay? So that's what I'm going to look at when I'm looking at coins. And the way you're going to, let me stress is, most of all, you're probably watching this thing right now, well, this doesn't make sense. How do I pick out these coins? The reason why I can pick out these coins is all I do is watch gaming crypto. If all you did was watch a specific niche, you would understand the narratives that make coins pump behind them. It's a sixth sense. It's a gut instinct. And so my best advice to wrap up this one quick little tip is pick one niche and understand it like the back of your hand. Watch the people in it. And the way you gain understanding in crypto and understanding with investors is you watch them. You follow all them on Twitter. You watch their behavior. You watch when things pump up and down. And if you watch it well enough, it's just like you're fighting a boss in Dark Souls or something like that. You start to pick up on how the damn thing moves, and then you just move before the thing moves. Okay? You can't do that if you're in 50 different niches. It's very easy to do if you're in one niche in crypto. Now, let me also break down what I mean by these niches. So gaming crypto is obviously a form of crypto where people relate it to the crypto to be used in video games, VR, metaverses, whatnot. Bunch of buzzwords. What I mean by niches is there's so many other parts of it. So for example, the Polkadot, right, ecosystem, Cardano ecosystem, okay, insurance. There's an endless amount of niches. File storage, okay, little weird stuff like this. I really suggest you find something that you're really into. Let's say in the real world, you're in the real estate. Okay, well, you could probably pick out and understand problems and narratives and issues with the real estate industry, find something in DeFi that makes real estate contracts and just only focus on the real estate niche or the renting of NFTs niche. There's so many tiny niches out there, and all the people that make the most money in crypto, for example, like all the people that made money in NFTs, guess what? All they did, they weren't invested in everything. They were just watching NFTs for years. And it was easy from the catch. Do the exact same thing. Pick something you're super duper interested in and is easy for you to watch and you're passionate about. I love video games. So, naturally, as a person that's coded games, as a fan of game marketing, what do you think I'm going to watch? But I'm not saying just watch crypto video games, all right? You got to use your head here. Now, the next thing you have to understand about downstream micro trading, and when we're buying these, is that you have to understand how investors work just in general. What they do is they make money. Smart investors do. Stupid investors do this. They get in and they go and start posting about it on Facebook or right about here, and then they hold it all the way down. That's what most people do. Diamond hand, the future, metaverse. Idiots. We're not here to build the future right here. We're here to make money. Or a lot of people are in crypto. And if you're sitting around trying to build the future while other people are trying to make money in microcaps, have a really good time with that. It's great. Enjoy. Okay? Your belief makes you great liquidity. Again, we're trading human opinions, not companies at this point. None of these companies really make money. You know? Except for Axie. That's why it's so strong. Sandbox might make money. We get down here, we're working with ideas. And we're trading people's opinion on ideas. So don't feel, again, disloyal about dumping companies that you believe in. You can always buy them back when they're up here and there's a lot more stable investment in them. So understand smart traders are going to make a ton of money on something like Gala and Sandbox. What they're going to do is, this is the thought process you need to have. So let's say right here, we're at $4 right here. A lot of people sold right here that were smart. Why? And a lot of people will make fun of people that sell right here. Well, one, I'll talk about selling and dollar cost averaging out here in a second. You never sell everything all at once, but there's definitely points where you want to sell everything. But when we're looking at this coin right here, why is it smart to sell right here? Because the chances of Sandbox 2xing at this point right here were low. All right, and the most you could really expect was a 2x. Because as market caps get bigger, the momentum it has and how hard it is for it to keep pumping becomes harder. And you can see these things take 50% dives all the time. It took the same dive as a microcap did. So you're not really de-risking by being in a bigger coin. Bigger coins take just as big as dumps, if not more, because there's more people running out of them. Usually with smaller microcap coins, once you get to a certain level of dump, you're mostly working with the initial investors that just aren't going to sell. You know, and so you can usually see almost smaller dumps in the micros. That being said right here, a dumbass at this point would say, to the moon, $8. Okay, that's a 2x. So let's say we have $100,000 that we took from, I'm just going to do really bad math right here, from $25,000. If we want to turn that into $400,000, where's the easiest place to do that? By exiting right now and getting into another smaller coin while the market is hot. All right, if the market is not hot or we're seeing it peak out and blow off top, get the F out of it. Okay, or at this point right here, we would see this parabolic rise up right here and be exiting very, very quickly and preparing for the next reset. That being said, I just described the methodology you're going to see from smart microcap traders. So a lot of people will exit right here and they won't care that a 2x, because what they're going to do is they're going to say, what's going to 2x next? And they're going to go down to something like UFO gaming. You can say, oh, okay, well, this is just 2x. Now let's do it here. Okay, exit. What do people do with UFO? Exit. They're going to go, all right, cool. We just got another 5x on that. Keep going down, keep going down. Gods Unchained just launched, has a good narrative. Launching on Immutable. Let's write it up. All right, cool. All right, next one. All right, so Axie did really good. Why did people buy Axie? I just made a ton of money on Axie. What am I going to do? All right, Thetan Arena has a lot of users, and people are saying it's the next Axie. Much lower market cap. Jump on that. All right, so that's what you need to be ready for when you're microcap trading. You need to be watching for this and then doing it. Okay, like when you've made a lot of money on something, it's time to say, all right, I made a lot of money. And so understand that's what the traders are doing. And so if you can read that, you can watch them a little bit and then watch their narrative. A lot of people at this point, they're going to say this is Axie right here. They're going to get tired of Axie because they're only making like 25% gains. They're going to say, what's next? Well, if you can predict what these dudes are going to do, again, you do that by watching a niche. Well, Data and Arena was obviously what was next, or something else with a similar narrative. The really cool benefit about that as well, and when we get into selling, is you can sell. Let's say we took 10,000 in, we turned to 100,000. Well, we just take the 100,000 out, keep 80,000, put 20,000 into this, and do it again. That's what I like to do. I don't like to keep doubling down because eventually you get burned doing that. So let's talk about the most important thing: selling. No one knows how to sell. The biggest skill in all of crypto, you can mess up everything else, is selling. It's knowing when to sell. Most people cannot sell because there is a narrative in crypto that's subscribed to like a church, and it is diamond hands and hodl. If you want to do in the top 25 cryptos, there is a debate to be had there. I admit that. In microcaps, when we're trying to objectively trade, it is stupid. It is dumb, and you have to reject this above all things and understand the reason why people do this in crypto. It's the same reason they create religions out of everything: politics, actual religion, beliefs about dating, anything humans do not like. They create a narrative focused on an idea they do like, and then they push that narrative because it makes them feel good regardless if it's right or wrong. Diamond handing and that type of crap and the whole altruism, when people get mad about their coins dumping or people selling coins, that is it being personified. It's the human religious behavior. And I'm not saying your religions are false. Calm down. Don't let it trigger you. I'm saying that's what people do in crypto. And so reject that with every part of your body. There is no altruism in holding. It is only stupidity. There is no disloyalty in selling. It is okay to sell early and take profits. Our goal in crypto, number one, if you can write this on the wall, is survival. Leaving with a lot more money than we came in with. That's it. If there's a point in the market where we have a lot more money than we came in with, it's completely okay to sell and miss out on another 200, 300% in gains. That's fine. Survival is always key. Okay? It's like if you were playing, again, Dark Souls, or you're playing some video game that's really tough. In those video games, your main priority needs to be not getting hit, dodging attacks, not dying. A lot of people's main priority in crypto is getting in attacks. They get hit all the time and then they die. You want to dodge, 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 attack, back off, attack, back off, attack, back off. That's how you want to trade microcaps, in and out. So let's look at this coin right here, and we can learn a lot of lessons from this, okay? First things first. All right, so this is Altoro right here. I got this at less than a cent, okay? And it went to 15 cents. I sold at 5 cents, I sold at 13 cents, I sold at 20 cents, I sold at 45 cents. I exited my entire position around here. Okay? And there's different reasons why I sold at all these points. Now, the number one reason I sold right here and right here is because I was in a 5x to almost 10x profit at this point. The end. The literal end. You have to be okay selling early because you're never going to call the absolute top on coins. The only thing you ever accomplish by not selling early is usually losing your money. More often than not, your coins are probably going to 2x after you sell them. They just are. They just are. And that's completely fine because, again, the goal is survival. So at this point right here, at let's say 8 cents. Okay, that's when I started my first selling. Okay, or around then. I'm not exactly sure. I don't have the dates pulled up right here. Anyways, around this point, I started selling. About half of my position. Why? Because I'm in a 10x. All right, does another one right here. It goes up to 20 cents. So another half of my position. Why? A massive profit. Now, when a coin also starts to pumping, especially when the market's hot, it's really going to stop pumping for a while. Okay, so we don't want to sell everything all at once, but we want to take substantial profit. We're at a 10x. We just do. Okay, so sell half. Again, we get up to another point right here. We do another 2x from there. I'm going to sell it again. This is just basic good old-fashioned selling 101. You just keep doing that. Every time it pumps some more, you sell some more. Okay? And when Bitcoin takes a big old dump and then the microcaps start pumping, that's when you really want to start getting out of microcaps because that's when everybody else starts getting really reckless because they're still drunk and they won't wake up. Here's what we also have to understand about selling. Next lesson. What is the market cap and is it overheated and why is the coin pumping? So when you get in the coins, it's very hard to give you a good rule of thumb on how to do this. But when we look at the market caps of coins, the way people generate market caps for coins is by looking at other coins similar to the coin. When they look at Cardano, they go, oh, Ethereum's at $450 billion. That's how they that's where the price comes from. It's not because Cardano is doing anything. I don't have any problem with Cardano, the technology. I hate the holders, but that's the truth. What about AVAX? What about all the other? What about Harmony One? Why is its market cap like in the billions of dollars? Well, because Ethereum is at they use other coins to determine market cap. So if we look at gaming cryptos, a lot of gaming cryptos market caps is based around these market caps. And they compare the projects and what they do. For example, Yield Guild Games. Well, Good Games Guild sounds similar to that. And Good Games Guild pumped to the moon. Why? Same reason. People use market caps to judge other games. So when people see Illuvium at a $665 million market cap and they get the same vibes from UFO, they go, oh, this must be a reasonable market cap for it. That's how people judge market caps. You're not going to be able to do that very well until you really watch one niche. So I bought this right here at this market cap right here, and it went all the way up here. There's plenty of other woohoo stories like this, but I'm just going to use this because this one is such a good lesson teacher. So Altura right here at this market cap, when I originally bought, I thought, you know what, $100 million market cap is a good market cap for this thing. That's reasonable because of what Altura can do. Shot past that. You can see we're at about 100. Where's the support at? 100 million. Right, where I started selling at, where I aim for. And so when you buy coins, what you want to do is you need to have a very good understanding of what's a reasonable market cap and when you should really be exiting and when it's overheated. Anything past 100 million on Altura, while it's a great project, everyone's throwing out $2 billion, $3 billion on this thing. Why? It's an early project. They're still building stuff. It's not doing anything yet. The only reason it would pass that $100 million market cap is massive FOMO. So why did I start selling super aggressively right here? Well, very easy. People were foaming like crazy. You might know the influencer. He was saying this thing is going to $3 billion, and an influencer started pumping the hell out of this coin. Around this time right here, he started telling all of his followers that buy, massive FOMO, massive FOMO. Well, you have to understand, why is a coin pumping? So if a coin is pumping due to adoption, for example, Axie right here, let's go back to when Axie started pumping super duper hard. All right, why did this pump occur? Because millions of people were using this and demanding the coin. This is a healthy pump. We want to hold these things. You got to understand, you got to look at, why is the thing pumping? Is it because it just hit an exchange? That has nothing to do with the product. Is it because someone promoted it on a YouTube channel? Nothing to do with the product. Is it because people are getting excited and screaming about it on Twitter? Nothing to do with the product. We want to sell those pumps. If it does have to do with the product, millions of people using it, adopting it, we want to hold that. Okay, so that's one thing I look at in games. If a pump is sustained by actual demand and use for the coin, I hold the hell out of that. If a coin is doing this thing, which was Altura, again, wonderful company, amazing company. This first pump right here happened when it got put on KuCoin or something. Nothing to do with the product. Then, right here, the influencer started pumping it. Nothing to do with the product. You can see I'm not reading TA. I'm not looking at some technical analysis or the technicals of the company. I'm reading the people and the behavior of the investors. After people jump on exchanges, after something that's put on exchange, people usually buy, and then it dumps. It's a great time to sell, almost always. When influencers are promoting something, always a great time to sell. All right, if you see an influencer pump something, which they love to do, especially certain ones, as you can see right here, sell that. Sell it. That's what you need to do. And so watch for it. Now, and look, before someone chimes in on this, I'm completely aware when I talk about a bunch of coins in a video, and what I try to do when I talk about any coins in videos is talk about 20 coins at a time, so the interest is spread out. And I'm aware that interest in these coins increases because of the video. So that's why I try to talk about tons of coins and don't talk about really small projects I'm getting into, because of course, that's going to be unhealthy for the projects. What you want to look for, though, is some influencers, we know who they are going to just focus down on one single coin, and they're going to make a video just about that coin. Well, when you do that to 50,000 people, that one single coin, they all jump into it, the coin goes parabolic. This is unsustainable because this level of interest right here is generated by a video, not the actual product. This is a great exit position. So just be aware of that. Now, finally, you got to ask yourself, what's going to cause this to continue? So to add one thing to that influencer pump, you have to look at what's the narrative in the market. Gaming crypto is crazy hot right here. Okay, crazy hot right here. So if the narrative is still super strong, like the narrative right here was just getting going. This is when the narrative was hitting fever pitch. So I'm going to hold through this narrative right here. This initial bump, and like people are like, gaming crypto's heating up. If you're looking at a narrative happening and people are like, you get the vibe where it's heating up. It's starting to get going. It's about to take off. You want to hold to that. When you get a narrative when everybody's screaming, going nuts, going insane, posting on Facebook, like your uncle and everything's talking about the metaverse, this is too hot. This is when you want to watch for these blow off tops. And so you have to ask, what's going to keep this continuing? With gaming crypto, Altura isn't generating any revenue. It's not doing anything, and the rest of gaming crypto isn't doing anything right now. I love it. I work in gaming crypto. Most of the coins are pre-revenue. Most don't do anything. There's no reason for this to be at a $2 billion market cap. There isn't. And so you have to ask yourself, why does this need to continue? Why does it need to keep being over hot? If you can't really think of a good idea, just sell it. Why not? Go put in a lower coin if you want to roll the dice. Then finally, what you have to also ask yourself as well is what's the 2 to 3x potential from here? I sell coins when I think, okay, maybe there's a 2 to 3x left in the tank. 2 to 3x is not worth the risk. You want to start dollar cost averaging out at that point aggressively. Why? Because you can take the money and put it into a smaller coin. What you need to understand is check this out. All right, let's go look at like CDFI. All right. So this coin right here, when I'm going and reinvesting the money, and I'm thinking about the 2 to 3x, you can see like what I look at is the bottoms of coins when I'm reinvesting. So if I look at CDFI right here, like this thing's not really going to go any lower. This was when the market was just in the absolute terror, horrible place. The odds of this going much lower are pretty low because it's already at like a $5 million market cap. The only way it's going to go lower is if like the initial investors who have signed up to hold it sell all their stuff. They don't usually do that. They just don't. Like the team and the people who originally invested in it, they don't usually do it. They just diamond on that shit. That's fine. Like there's a lot of coins that I've gone that are just absolute dumpsters. There's no point in selling them at this point. There's a much greater chance they do a 5x from here than there is they do a negative 50%. So I'll take the money from stuff like this and then put it back in stuff that I see it's bottom out. Because it's a lot safer to have your money in something that's bottom out than something that's skyrocketing. You have to understand that. Your odds of making a 5 to 10x right here are infinitely higher than holding it right here. So when people are most excited right here, get the hell out and reinvest in something doing this. Okay, this seems like investment 101, but you have to think about it this way. A lot of people are afraid to invest right here. It's not going any lower. It's proven this is as low as it's probably going to go. It has no data to support this right here. Okay, so if I'm right here and I'm saying, all right, could this do a 2 to 3x from here? Well, to right here would be like, no, it did a $12 to $15. Not worth it. Every clown who doesn't understand how to make money would be like, oh, you got out too early. That's fine, dude. I'm waiting for this thing to happen again. Okay, so understand, be okay selling like right here and getting back in right here. So what we're really trying to do with this is we're trying to get in a little late, so right around this big pump right here, get out a little early. Just keep resetting back and forth. We do that a bunch of times. We get into a few trends like this 5 times a year. If you invested $100,000, you're walking away with several $1 million. That's fine. It's okay. It's more money than people in the top 25 made. Sure, you exited a few things early, but that's okay. So that being said, that's how I trade microcaps. I would still encourage you to watch the channel. Look at the coins I'm picking out, looking into. And I wouldn't look at them and say, oh, I'm going to buy those right now. What I would do is I'd look at how I'm looking at the coins and try and use the things I just talked about in this video to find similar coins, because that's where you're going to make the money at. All the money in crypto comes the second you stop looking to people for other opinions and you start being able to develop your own, because then you're the first person having those opinions. So that's all, guys. If you want to see coins I'm getting into early, coin tips, general rants about things, follow me at CSS Becker. If you like this video, leave a like and a comment, and I got nothing.